Hi, so this is my friend Matt. We were supposed to see this movie with Daniel, but his mom got sick.
Yeah,
So,
it happens.
hope he's okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jurassic World. Was it better or worse than, like, Universal Studios?
That's a good question. You know what? It was better because...
You didn't have to wait as long?
Not too much. It didn't have much to compete with.
Yeah. I was so pumped up for this movie. I put my whole day going to Universal Studios and on the fact that we were going to see Jurassic World.
Actually, you know, the best thing was this might be a spoiler. Basically, in the movie, there's something that kind of acknowledges something you may experience at Universal Studios.
Oh, the Jimmy Fallon thing?
Yeah.
I don't mind. That's kind of like...
Yeah, like that was good.
We were laughing because we were on the studio tour, and you hated the fact that Jimmy Fallon kept popping up.
No, I hate that. Like, he abandoned us for like half of the trip.
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey guys, hope you had fun." Like, no, Jimmy, we got hit by King Kong.
And he's in this movie also like narrating the gyrosphere.
Yeah, same thing.
And I was thinking, like, Jimmy Fallon's is like Universal's like Ken doll.
They're not driving anywhere.
He's Universal's Ken doll. They'll just put Jimmy Fallon wherever. And he'll just do his shtick, and then hopefully people will find it funny.
Well, he is star of a Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. Interesting enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jurassic World. That's a movie we saw. Huh?
Yeah. I was pumped for this movie because I love the first. Of course, everyone loves the first movie.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites.
I'll say it pretty much is what it looks like.
Yeah.
If you go in there expecting fun and dinosaurs and dinosaur violence and stuff,
it's fun.
You'll get some of that.
Yeah, you get a lot of it.
You'll get an amount of that.
Yeah.
An undetermined amount of that.
I mean, it's better than any of the sequels, but that's not saying much.
Right. Or I don't remember too well. I think I remember liking like The Lost World, Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I feel like it was still good.
I don't hear any.
My memory's too foggy.
I don't hear any defenders for Lost World. I hear a few defenders for 3, just because like it's so stupid. That's kind of goofy fun.
I haven't seen it in a long time, so I got you. But
it's not like the movie acknowledges like the sequels.
Or I feel like because there was that military guy was in Lost World, right?
No.
Like he was only in the first one, like the dinosaur hunter.
No, there's the only guy from.
Or was he in the third one?
No, he's been like, you mean Vincent D'Onofrio?
That might be him.
No, he's like, no, almost everyone's a new character except BD Wong.
No, I mean there was no hunter guy like, at all in the second one.
No.
It's
a completely different character. In fact, I read.
I'll make a continuation from the first movie, but there was no character at all
except except the Asian scientist.
No, I don't mean the new movie. I mean the old movies. There was no like hunting character at all.
No. In the second movie, it was only Jeff Goldblum that came back. Jeff Goldblum and Richard Attenborough. And then in the third movie, it was only.
Okay, I remember him. I remember there was some guy in the second one I liked.
Yeah. He's a different He's a different character altogether, but it's the same hunting archetype.
Some movie by itself.
Yeah.
Which is not the fourth movie, which we should be talking about.
Yeah.
We're off topic.
It's like, it's a better sequel in that it stands alone by itself. And well, I think it starts off being very independent from the first movie.
Yeah, it takes place in the canon of VR movies. Like
it's like 20 years later.
Yeah, like technically it is a Jurassic Park 4. Like, the events of VR 1 did take place, but it's not really referential, which that's kind of all movies are. Like, none of them are really like dependent on the others.
But Jurassic Park, like, since like no one likes the other sequels, like this one has to. This is kind of a reboot. Yeah, it especially has to be that.
Yeah, like kind of like Mad Max, where technically they all took place in the same storyline, but like they kind of stand on their own.
Yeah, and I like how like initially with the characters, they're all not carryovers from like the movies. And in fact, they're more like I feel like they're kind of meta. It's like these are characters that like were inspired by the first movie or like the events of the first movie.
Kind of, but I feel like the characters were kind of too like they weren't.
They were very standard.
Like very like one-dimensional. They're not very believable.
Their arcs are really confusing out there too.
Very bad. Like
it's like you have the siblings.
Which, although I would say I like these humans better than the ones in Godzilla, if that's any comparison.
Yeah.
Like these ones kind of felt like people.
At least you knew why you should care about these characters.
It's like you can like them. You don't have to believe that they're like people at all.
You're not like
I mean, it's just Chris Pratt. It's like, hey, Chris Pratt, he's still a cool guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're not forced to like these people because like they're people. Yeah. You like them because at least you identify some character traits with them.
And some of that's kind of a good point is that because in the trailer, like the little bits of the kids they showed made them look really like obnoxious and annoying, and here, for the most part, they aren't. Actually, I don't think they're really obnoxious at all. They're all right.
They're all right, but like,
yeah, all right.
Their character arcs are like,
it's still like
out of nowhere sometimes.
Okay, I'm not gonna say exactly what this is, but there is definitely a part where they reference a moment that happened earlier in the film, but that moment in the film did not happen earlier. No. Hey,
there's like
remember that one moment that happened earlier? Are the effects of that moment still occurring?
No.
Oh wait, the movie didn't show that. Maybe it got cut out. It was the lead scene, which I guess really wouldn't help that much.
No, I'm thinking parts of like how they bring up like that their parents are having a divorce.
Oh yeah,
but it like drops like 2 scenes later.
Okay, so we're not to spoil anything, huh?
No, I feel like people have talked about it before in reviews, and like it's.
I haven't heard that mentioned.
If the movie doesn't like think about it significantly,
that's a complete subplot thing.
There's a whole thing about like how the older brother keeps ditching him, and I guess that sort of ties into the divorce thing.
Did they? I didn't really get that. Oh yeah, what about the older brother's girlfriend?
Oh, that goes nowhere either.
Yeah, it's like does he love her? Does he what? Like, should we care because he's 16 apparently?
Structurally, I think it's trying to do the same thing in the first movie where like you have basically 2 pairs of storylines, like characters are separated and they intersect at some point.
Yeah, but
here like the problem is that they're accomplishing two basically identical objectives.
Yeah, or I feel like the interesting thing that the first one did was, you split up like a parent and a kid, right?
Yeah.
Or like basically the kids were always with parents, which I guess it's not necessarily like better just because of that. But the advantage is that you don't have to have things where kids are dumb, they don't know how to handle this situation, or the opposite where it's like these kids who don't know what they're doing suddenly survive everything because they're kids in the movie and they have to succeed.
Well, I don't mind. I think that part was fine in this movie, but the problem is like I felt their goals were too identical.
Yeah.
I felt like we weren't making any progress.
I wouldn't say identical. I would say like maybe like their paths were like not identical.
Their paths were too identical. Like there's the scene where like they go back to the old the whole like information booth, which I was confused by because I thought like we were in the same location and it just built on top of it.
Yeah, there's like some sense of like I don't want to say pacing, but like locations like like people travel distances and you don't know how long it took them to travel there because it only took a scene. Yeah.
No, like when they jumpstart the Jeep, and then like one cut later. Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard, they're in the exact same spot. Yeah. They like just missed them. Damn it.
Right. And they even heard the Jeep.
I know.
Right, boom, boom. Oh, hey, there's the engine. Hey, let's run. But I was thinking that while watching it. I was thinking, okay, well, I mean, they were like, let's say they were like an hour or 2 behind them. It took them a while to fix the car, so that gave them time to catch up.
Yeah.
That works. Oh.
So, you don't get that sense in the movie.
But what you do get a sense is, I guess, pacing, or like I would say the first hour of a movie is, or most of the movies are still really like exciting and fast paced, where it's like you don't get bored like half an hour in waiting for dinosaurs or whatever.
Well, things are always happening, but there are a lot of, like I think you and I started picking up. There's a lot of stupid things happening.
There are plenty of stupid things,
and part of it's because like I've seen a lot of the trailers, and so like eventually at some points, a lot of points I could tell, that this person's gonna get killed.
Right. Yeah.
This thing's helicopter's gonna crash. Yeah. That's a stupid plot point.
Right. And just it goes back to the characters not really being believable, or they say or do stupid things.
So many stupid things.
One of the plot points is there's a guy, a military guy, and what do military guys want to do? Hey, Chris Pratt, you seem to communicate with those raptors. Let's militarize them. You got them under control, right? Yeah, weapons. Yeah,
he says that like 14. He says that like 12 times.
Millions of years of evolution have led to this.
No, I'm trying to figure out what's your game plan. It's 4 tiny raptors versus like a 50-foot long like T-Rex, basically. T-Rex.
Well, I mean, they are capable. We've seen in the first Jurassic Park they've fought a T-Rex before,
and they lost.
And they opened doors.
No, they lost in the first movie. Remember?
But they opened doors. They opened the kitchen door.
They're not hired to go through doors. They're hired to go through caves in the Middle East, apparently.
I think... Oh, yeah, that was the plan with them, huh?
I guess.
Yeah. I mean, why did they just try... I guess because... why don't they just try training the pterodactyls? I mean, they seem a little bit more useful.
The pterodactyls, yeah, they were cool.
I know. I mean, like, imagine having a fleet of those, just, like, escort your like, helicopter or jet or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be so cool.
Also, there was like a lot of weird comedic beats that didn't seem to
a lot of the jokes just didn't run. There were some good jokes.
Yeah.
Like some jokes that kind of... Because the movie does have a few moments where it kind of addresses some of... Not necessarily the problems, but, some of the things that you could call a movie out on. Some of the stupid stuff that happens either in the context of a story by characters or just something that you think would be a stupid thing that the writers would create.
Yeah.
The movie does address them in a few ways. And, it tackles product placement, it tackles stupid ideas.
Yeah,
I don't say tackles, that sounds in depth. It acknowledges them. It makes fun of a few stuff.
Oh, man. What was I thinking? No, like, in terms of, like, there's, like, the bit where, like, they're driving on the Jeep and they see the 2 guards. It's like, open the gate! Open the gate!
Yeah,
and the guards are like,
I don't know what to do. Hey.
It's like, don't see that every day. It's like, in the context of the situation, you guys should be informed that the shit's going down.
At the very least, you're soldiers.
You should be aware.
Protecting people.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Yeah. Although that does remind me of something completely unrelated. Legend of Korra. Laser robot. I'll say no more.
Okay. Like I don't want to rag on the whole movie, because they did have
like it was fun.
A good time.
It was a fun movie. It is not like the sense of wonder that you're gonna get.
I'm glad that there is a sense of wonder.
I feel like I didn't really get that sense.
I feel like at least they spent enough time. And I would have liked to explore more of Jurassic World as it should have been working. Because I think all we really got of it was like 3 variations on
it
tours.
Felt like Universal Studios.
It's like 3
in all the good and the rest in all the bad ways. Like even like the park feels small. There doesn't feel like there's that much going on like Universal Studios.
Yeah.
Like the stuff that's there, it's kind of cool, but
there's like 3 variations on like tours basically. You have the gyrosphere, you have the one fish tank.
Oh, well, you know what?
And you have the T-Rex exhibit.
There is more variety in the Jurassic World theme park than there is in Universal Studios.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still like the same level of like water splashing, water effects.
Yeah. Oh, what's cool? Like I'm not gonna say, but that one thing they did with like the water dinosaur tour, like not the tour, the show, like
all the dinosaur stuff.
The one thing, like the way like the underwater stuff.
Yeah.
Like it was brief, just like see now it's like that would be a cool thing at SeaWorld.
Yeah.
Or some.
All the dinosaur stuff here is cool. Like all the raptor stuff, that's cool.
Yeah, but also makes you wonder,
all the fights with like the Indominus Rex has with like the Stegosaurus. And all that. That's a lot of fun. Even though Stegosaurus is... not the Stegosaurus. The Indominus Rex has, like, every superpower ever.
Yeah. Oh, and you know what doesn't make sense? Hey, it's classified. We're not going to tell you.
I love how, like...
That makes no sense.
They have, like...
Plot too? No,
there's a scene in the first movie where, like, they have to explain how, like, the dinosaurs can start breeding.
Right.
Imagine that scene goes on for, like... 4 times longer.
Like when they have like the DNA cartoon guy.
I thought that was a great callback. There's a lot of good callbacks in this movie. Yeah. Like some are great, and then some like are banking on the fact that you have to see the movie in order to have any like significance. Like the climax. Yeah, honestly, if you haven't seen the first movie, that would go nowhere.
I don't think so. I think like if you had not seen the first movie, if this is like your first like Jurassic movie, you watch Jurassic Park afterwards, and you'll like Jurassic Park more. Like, honestly, I don't feel like seeing Jurassic Park would make this movie any better. If anything, it'd make you sad that it wasn't as good.
That's me, probably. Because I just rewatched it like a few days ago, and I still have like
Yeah, because I mean,
the moments that like Spielberg was able to capture in terms of like working with the kid actors or capturing the wonder of like the dinosaurs,
and
or
also
nailing the CG.
and also like, just like the fear of the dinosaurs too. Like the dinosaurs are scarier in there because they're less predictable. And here, it's, I mean,
it's bloodier, but like not necessarily scarier.
I don't think was it bloody?
I feel like you saw more like people died because of it.
Actually, yeah, there were like the death was a little bit. Like a little more.
The body count was pretty high, actually.
The death was like aggressive, kind of, but still in a PG-13 way.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how it's weird. Like it felt violent, but also not too violent. Yeah. I don't know.
So you liked it a lot more than I thought you.
Yeah, I liked it more than I would because, like looking at the trailers, it looked dumb.
Yeah, like, it is dumb. It's still, super dumb.
It's dumb, but it's entertaining enough. Like it's not.
I think that's like
it's not super dumb. It's like it has enough dumb to where if somebody says it's dumb, you could be like, yeah, I agree, but not dumb enough to where you feel like you wasted.
I think that's been like the general consensus for this whole movie.
Yeah,
because the reviews have been like it's not like it's the best sequel. It's stupid fun.
Yeah, out of the 4 Jurassic movies,
this is
two, one of which was good and 2 of which were considered not too good. This one's up there. It's in the top 4.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's it.
All right.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah.